I love the street scene in New York. It's one of the broader avenues. I don't even know if it's Broad Avenue. There are about 8 avenues in Manhattan. So often we call Manhattan New York, but it's a stunning place. But let's go ahead to the lesson. The lesson is about zero. What makes up zero? What times what is equal to zero? It's also about how to eat an elephant. An elephant is anything big in your life, any big goal that you set yourself. And how do you accomplish that huge, humongous goal? The maths paper 1 is one such goal. It's 150 marks and it's 3 hours, which is quite a long time, but it goes so quickly during the exams. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So in preparing for your exams and preparing to be successful, you don't need to worry about the entire exam. Just worry about one little question at a time and perfect this question. And you know what, if you go down to the granular level, if you really think about what makes up a question and you understand the little bits that make up a question, and you understand every little small little nuance, then you'll understand the big question and ultimately you'll do well in the entire paper. So the first question, the question that your paper starts off with is 3x minus 1 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. Solve for x. 1 times naught is equal to naught. 2 times naught is equal to naught. A triangle times naught is equal to naught. A bracket times naught is equal to naught. Anything times naught is equal to naught. Naught times 4 is equal to naught. Naught times 9 is equal to naught. Naught times anything is equal to naught. So something times something else is equal to 0. What does it tell you about the something and the something else? Well, basically in this case, either the heart's going to be 0 or the triangle's going to be 0. Or maybe both of them are going to be 0. Because 0 times 0 is also 0. So when you've got a bracket times another bracket that's equal to 0, the first bracket is 0, or the second bracket is 0, or both brackets are 0. So when you solve the question, solve for x, 3x minus 1 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. Either 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0. So 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0, or the heart's equal to 0, or the triangle is equal to 0, or both of them are equal to 0. So in this particular question, I've solved 3x minus 1 times x plus 4. I've solved the 3x minus 1 on the left-hand side, and I've solved the x plus 4 equal to 0 on the right-hand side. So following on the left-hand side, if 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, removing the brackets, I've got 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. I take the minus 1 across, which is 3x is equal to 1. That's not really the right way to, it's not a mathematical way. But if you want a lesson on that, please feel free to contact me and we'll do something. Because ultimately mathematics is about understanding the small little thing, and we can all understand something very, very small until it builds into something very, very big. But 3x minus 1 is equal, 3x is equal to 1. So dividing both sides by 3, we get x is equal to a third. On the right-hand side, we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. Remove the brackets, so we're left with two terms. X plus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus 4. If you put the minus 4 in over here, minus 4 plus 4 would be 0. And 3x minus 1 times 0 would be equal to 0. If you put the third into this first one, the first set of brackets, you'd have 3 times the third, which is 1, minus 1, which would be 0. That would also make this equation 0. So thank you very much for listening to this short, hopefully short, a little nibble. And hopefully it's taught you how to eat the elephant.